Good morning and welcome to a day in my life at 22 weeks out from my pro show as a bikini competitor. I always start my morning off with glutamine and bone broth, and then I quickly get a bit of work done on my business, anything urgent and quick that's going to take me less than 10 minutes. Then I have my pre-workout carbs. I'm loving honey on crumpets at the moment. And I feed my boy before packing my gym bag and heading off to the gym. It's about a 15-minute drive from my house. At the moment, I'm training 5 days a week, so here's some snippets of my upper body session. I didn't actually film that much because the gym was super busy and I got a bit shy. All finished at the gym. I have just started a new training program when I started prep, which was about 1.5 weeks ago, and the rep ranges are higher than I normally do. So when I start prep, the rep ranges always go up between 12 to 15, or even some sets I'm doing like 20 reps per set. So it's getting used to doing that again. My body definitely feels like cardio at the moment. I have dropped back the weight a little bit. Still training to failure, but because the rep ranges are higher, I did have to drop the weight back. All in all, training's feeling really good. My energy is pretty good. Still, my food is still relatively high, even though I'm in a deficit. So yeah, it's all going well, and I'm just pushing really hard in the gym to keep as much muscle as possible and continue to make improvements. I'm going to drive home now, do a bit of posing, walk the dog, have a shower, breakfast, and then start work for the day. We've got 50 grams of oats in here, so a bit of water in there. Pop it in the microwave for like 2 minutes. Grams of Greek natural yogurt. A little bit too much. Perfect. And 130 grams of banana. That's 130. A little bit less, so actually we'll get that. So meal timings are really important for me on prep to make sure I'm managing hunger levels. So I'll eat my post-workout meal just after I go for my walk. Sometimes I'll do 10 minutes of posing as well before I eat. And then I'll have my morning snack around 10:30 in the morning, and then lunch between 12 to 12:30, afternoon snack between 2:30 to 3, and then dinner I'll normally have around 6 p.m. So you can see there's only like 2 to 3 hours between each meal. And then at night, when we get deeper into prep, if I get a little bit hungry, I just go to bed earlier, or I have some sugar-free jelly, but we're not to that point yet. I also take my vitamins every morning to keep everything super healthy. When you are in a calorie deficit on comp prep, you do impact your immune system a little bit. So I just make sure that I'm having all of my vitamins and minerals, anything I'm deficient in. I get my bloods done. I put them in this little old lady pill container, and it's so much easier than opening all of the containers because there are quite a few, as you can see. All showered and ready to start work now. So I have done 4,400 steps and I need to get 10,000 in for the day. So I know I'll get around 2,000 to 3,000 just with walking around at home throughout the day, and also with my afternoon walk that I'll go for with Archie. So that means I need to get another 2,000 to 3,000 steps on the treadmill while I work. I have an iTread treadmill, which I got off Facebook Marketplace for like $200. Treadmill is an absolute lifesaver. I thought I would give you a bit of an update on who I am, what I'm doing, because it is my first YouTube video. So I'm Sarah Moore. I am an FMG bikini pro. I live in Taupo, New Zealand, and I've been living here since October last year. We lived in Sydney for a few years while I was working for EHP Labs. And now I work full-time as a business development manager. And I also have my own business called The Comp Closet, which you can buy and sell pre-loved stagewear. It's an online marketplace to really bring down the cost of competing. And I provide lots of helpful information for competitors, as well as connecting them with the network that they need. So I'm busy, but I love it that way. In terms of my competing history, I competed 3 times in 2022. So I wanted to compete for a while before that, but I had a few cancelled shows due to COVID and things. I was training for probably 2 or 3 years in the gym consistently with a coach before I started competing. So in April 2022, I stepped on stage in the Gold Coast and I placed 5th in quite a big lineup, my first ever show. I absolutely loved the whole prep process. I honestly didn't know if I was going to like stepping on stage though, because I am a farm girl originally. I haven't been on stage before. I'm not a dancer or anything like that. So I didn't actually know if I would like performing. The posing was a lot of work for me to learn. I'm not the most coordinated person, but we got there. My posing coach, Toby Harrison, is incredible. So yes, I placed 5th. My feedback was to grow my glutes and hamstrings a little bit. At the time I was living in Sydney, so we thought, why not do the Sydney show, which was in August in 2022. So we did a quick reverse diet and then a very intense short build phase where we brought up my glutes and hamstrings, and then I did an 8-week prep for the Sydney show because I was still fairly lean, so I didn't need too much time. In the Sydney show, I placed 2nd, which was absolutely incredible. I was over the moon with that. I improved my physique, my posing, my whole package. And yeah, I was so stoked with 2nd place. And then after that, I did a reverse diet again. I went into a build phase for a couple of months, and then I competed again in October. My prep for the October show was only 4 weeks long because, again, I was still pretty lean. I had done 2 shows. My calories got up pretty high, but I was very consistent with my reverse diet, so didn't really put on any unnecessary body fat. And in that show, I placed 1st in October 2022, and I won my pro card. At the time, that was WBFF. I chose last year to transfer my pro card over to FMG when FMG came about. And I absolutely love everything that FMG is doing. There is an insane calendar of shows all around the world. So this year, after 18 months of building, like the biggest build phase I have ever done, I'm sitting 12 kilos heavier than I was previously, and hopefully some of that is muscle, because I have been working so bloody hard in the gym. I have been consistently eating over 3,000 calories. I've been prioritizing my sleep. My sleep average for this entire year is 8 hours. So that just shows you how consistent I have been with that. Everything has been super consistent with a focus on really improving my muscle density, my lower body size for my pro debut. So in October, in 22.5 weeks, I'm stepping on stage on the Gold Coast for my pro debut, which is kind of cool doing it on the Gold Coast because that's where my first show was as well. So it's kind of like a full circle moment. So I'll be flying over from New Zealand a few days before that. And then I'll be flying straight from the Gold Coast to Dubai for the Dubai Pro Am show 1 week later, which is at one of the biggest fitness expos in the world. So I'm so excited for that. I am obviously going to have to pack a lot of things with all my bikinis and gowns and whatnot in my suitcases, but we will figure that out. In terms of getting organized for all of that, so as I mentioned, I have started prep. I booked my flights like a month ago to Brisbane and to Dubai because I saw a really good deal come up. I've been tracking the flight prices ever since I decided that I wanted to do that show. So I bought that flights for Justin and I will both be flying over. And I have also got both my bikinis. I'm so excited. I bought both of them secondhand actually. So they have been on stage before, but I'm not worried about that at all, because I feel like when they're on someone else and you have different hair and makeup and shoes and things like that, and jewelry too, the whole look looks quite different. So I'm not concerned about that. And the second bikini that I bought was actually one that someone wore in the Sydney show just recently. I was watching that show a few weeks ago and I saw this bikini and I was in love with it. It is so different to any other bikini that I've seen. It was the exact colors that I wanted for a bikini. So when I noticed it was for sale, I just had to buy it. So it hasn't actually arrived yet. I just checked the tracking today, and it is out for delivery, so it'll probably arrive today or tomorrow because we are rural. So I cannot wait to try that on. I think it might need some little adjustments because I am possibly a little bit bigger than the girl who wore it before, but that's okay, we'll figure that out once it comes. And then I'm actually going to bedazzle my own heels. So I've bought 2 pairs of plain nude heels from Shoe Me in Australia. They're on the way, and then I've purchased a whole lot of like bedazzling equipment, like the little pen thing, the all the little gems or rhinestones, and the glue off AliExpress. So who knows when that'll arrive, but it's got plenty of time. And then I'm going to teach myself how to bedazzle. I also want to bedazzle my pro sash as well. So that's a little bit about me. This is the longest prep that I have ever done. I'm coached by Alicia Curios, and I have been with her since before the cancelled shows that I did. So the second I decided to compete, I started with Alicia Curios, and she is absolutely incredible. She's coached me through all of my build phases, my reverses, my shows, my cancelled shows, and this massive build phase that we've just done. I check in with her every week. I 100% trust her advice, and I think when I trust her so much, it really just simplifies the whole prep process, because I just know that she's going to set the plan for me as long as I check in and I'm honest with her with what's going on with my body and anything in life. Like, I honestly tell her everything. My bowel movements are weird, she's going to know about it. So yes, literally everything she knows about. And then I know that she will set the plan for me, and I can trust that plan because it's worked the last 3 times I stepped on stage. It's worked for my build phase, so why wouldn't it work this time? So it really does take any stress out of prep, and just getting organized early as well takes any stress out of it. So yes, that is a little bit about me. I will continue to take you on my full day today on prep, and let me know below if there's anything else that you want to see on prep, like food, training, posing, beauty appointments. There's a lot that goes on, so yes, just let me know. You guys, I'm so excited. My bikini that I was just telling you about is here. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm not gonna show you the colors or the bikini, but you can watch my reaction. All I can say is she's bright. So excited. Super simple lunch of brown rice, chicken, and broccoli. But I'm going to level it up with this garlic infused extra virgin olive oil. Honestly, if you're on prep, this stuff is so good. Yum. Alrighty, so I did a bit more work this afternoon, and then as you saw, I went to the cosmetic clinic in Rotorua to get my face pigmentation lasering done. It just removes any like dark spots, any redness from acne and things like that. So it looks a little bit redder right now, but in a couple of weeks it will be a lot clearer. And I got my pretty much full body laser done. So my full arms, my full legs, and my Brazilian. So I'm getting 10 to 12 sessions until the show. So my skin is going to be so smooth and hairless for my tan. I'm really excited for that. Got a little bit more work done and went for a walk to finish off my steps. So I'll cook like 3 dinners now, and then we'll be sorted for a few days. Okay, I'm just getting a bit more work done for the night on my own business, approving all of these new listings on the comp closet, responding to DMs, and getting a bit of content done. So you can filter it by like the type of thing you're looking for, couture bikinis, and then you can actually sort it by color, price, everything. So I'm gonna go lowest price. $250, like, sorry. That is so cheap. I'm just about to jump in the sauna for a quick recovery sesh. I'm not naked, by the way. I absolutely love the infrared sauna. I started using it in my very first prep when I was going to City Cave, and I loved it so much that I ended up buying my own. I'm just gonna jump in there now for 45 minutes on about 50 to 55 degrees. Also, fun fact, Justin and I actually built this entire bathroom ourselves. So we've converted an old wool shed to live in, and we built the whole bathroom around the sauna. All done in the sauna, and I've had a shower. I always have the same nighttime routine. So I have my shower, I have my ashwagandha every single night, and I also take the Ultra Muscle Ease magnesium. And this stuff, like, so good for recovery and sleep. Every single night I have it, and then I'll just read my book and go to bed.